Hello and welcome to episode 13 or 16 of the Nose Bros, depending on how you count. It's 13 for full-length videos and 16 if you count the 3 videos done by my fellow Nose Bro, who is recognizable only by his dainty hands that he puts into the screen as he gently manipulates colognes. So we're going to say 16. Today I'd like to say thank you to all the people that have subscribed and liked and commented. It's fantastic. I appreciate it. And I'd also like to talk about a new brand, new to our channel anyway, Helm boots out of Austin, Texas. Not always out of Austin, Texas, though. They're originally from Istanbul, Turkey, which, coincidentally, is apparently the hair transplant capital of the world, which I did not know about. Now, you might say, were you researching hair transplants because you're bald? No. I have not researched hair transplants because I'm bald. I am bald because I made a bad decision during COVID and shaved my head because there were no barbers available, and then my hair never grew back. I didn't even have the opportunity to get used to my hair falling out like people who have male pattern baldness. I had a full head of hair, and then I shaved my head one day because there were no barbers around, and then I just let it grow back, and then it didn't. So there's that. So no, I haven't researched hair transplant. I'm still sad about it, so I haven't gotten used to it. I haven't gotten through the grief stage. But I have a friend who did go to Istanbul, Turkey to get a hair transplant. He's a retired NYPD officer, and you can either boo or clap. I've done both with him. He loved Turkey, by the way. He said Istanbul was fantastic. The people were awesome. The architecture was amazing. The history, the food, everything. The people treated him like a king. But he said after he got the hair transplant, he was super weirded out because his head was all bandaged up from the hair transplant. He got on the plane, and it was like 100 normal people interspersed with 27 dudes whose heads were all wrapped up in bandages. Now, if I were on that plane and I saw that, I would immediately get off because I have seen The Manchurian Candidate, and that is clearly some mind control shit or a brain bomb or whatever. I would have gotten out of that plane right off. I would have rented a car, and I would have driven right into Iraq and flown out of Baghdad where it's safe. So it's probably a good thing I wasn't on the plane. We're going to talk about Helm boots. We're going to talk about their construction, their quality control, their convenience, and their price/value. First of all, construction. What's different about these from what we've normally talked about is Helm Blake stitches all their boots. Now, first of all, some of their boots are made in the USA, some are made in Brazil. They vary. These, the Muller boot, I've heard it both ways. This boot is made in the USA. It is Horween Chrome XL leather. It's a Blucher boot. Nice, firm heel counter. Looking at you, Wilcox. A little loose grain, but these are 3 years old, and I wear them once or twice a month. So, of course, they're going to get a little beat up. Antique brass eyelets. Gusseted tongue up to about the 3rd or 4th eyelet. Leather's about 2 millimeters thick, nice and sturdy leather. And then it's leather lined. The setup is real simple. It is leather, and then you got leather, rubber, that white stripe they put on all their boots, and then a leather outsole. It's got a fiberglass shank to keep the weight down. It's flexible, it's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's discontinued. The Johnson boot, their 8-inch kind of service combat boot, combat with a little commando sole, Balthazar leather, made in Brazil, light as a feather, discontinued. Discontinued. Now, the reason I keep saying that is because I've owned 6 pairs of their boots. I own 3 currently, and all 3 of the ones I have are discontinued. The 3 that I sold, a pair of Zind boots in black, they still make those. They were plain toe. The reason I sold them is I already had other plain toe black boots. And the Hollis boot, which I had 2 pairs in suede, which this is going to be part of the quality control. They were perfect. Perfect boots. One was brown, one was taupe. Perfect in every way, shape, or form. Like all the other boots I've gotten from them, there was nothing wrong with them. They didn't have loose threads. They didn't have any damage on the inside. Everything about them was perfect. There's not a lot you can say when quality control is top notch. Everything was perfect. I've had 6 pairs of boots. They've all been perfect. I sold the suede ones because they were light, because they didn't weigh anything, so I thought they were crap. because I'd been so conditioned to wearing like Nick's or Truman's or heavy Goodyear welted boots that light boots must be garbage. The only thing they ever did to me, my feet, was make my feet happy. And I threw them away. I just sold them for 50 cents on the dollar to a friend of mine 2 years ago who wears those fucking things all the time and constantly tells me what a great deal he got on them. He keeps forgetting that I'm the one who sold them to him. Maybe he's not forgetting. Maybe he's just rubbing it in my face, but he keeps telling me I got a great deal on these boots. And I'm like, yeah, Dick, I know. His actual name is Richard, so I'm not calling him a dick. It's just how Richard gets named. So I'm like, yeah, Dick, I know. I sold them to you. And he's like, oh, that's right. So either he has some short-term memory issues or he is actually being a dick. So one of the two. So the quality control on these is top-notch. They are, every pair I've gotten is perfect. There's not a lot you can say, like I said. There's not a lot you can say when every pair is perfect, just quality control is really good. Convenience. They go from size 6 to 16. They have half sizes, I believe, from 7 to 13. And they go double E all the way up to 13. Now, in all fairness, these, the Muellers, and these were 14 double E's. These are 14Ds. They all fit. The 14Ds were the most snug of the boots I had, but they also fit. And they stretched out very quickly because I believe the Blake stitch, construction actually makes it a little easier for them to mold your feet. The leather insoles also help making your feet kind of mold into them. So the convenience is top notch. I mean, if you're a 6 to 16, more than likely you're going to find a boot that fits you. And I know they don't make the 14 EEs anymore, but apparently I was the only one buying them, so they discontinued them, which makes sense because at their heart they're just out to punish me. And then quality, convenience, things like that. Look, these are work boots, right? I mean, but they're not work boots. They're boots you wear to work. So the Zind is their flagship boot right now, and it's $295. You would wear this to work, like if you were a graphic designer or I don't know what other jobs there are, teacher or whatever. You wouldn't wear it to work if your work was swinging a hammer all day, right? Unless you woke up one morning and you're like, time to make the news, and you decided to bring your hammer to work and just start wailing on your coworkers, which even at that point, you wouldn't wear these boots. You would wear sneakers because they're quieter and would allow you to sneak up on more people. I mean, a hammer is a weapon of convenience. You have to be close. You're not going to be throwing it at people. You're not Thor. So value-wise, for $295 for their flagship boot, that's their most expensive boot, that's a great price. Plus, they always have sales, and they have a little thing on their page where you can find a military first responder discount, 20%, I believe, and teachers are included in that because, as we all know, teachers are currently first responders. They don't want to be. That's not what they went to school for, but that's what they are. Also, $295, 20% off is basically a $240 boot. You're stealing the boot at $240, in my opinion. They also make these. The always popular dress sneaker. I just got these, and I love them. They're super comfortable. They're lightweight. They're very comfortable. They are not resolable. They are sneakers. But, or maybe they are resolable. I didn't even see that stitching. But they're super comfortable. They have D-rings up front. These actually look, like something you could wear if you were hip, which I am most assuredly not. But I'm going to wear them anyway because I coach girls basketball, and I need to look like I could play basketball. Do these look like I could play basketball in them? I don't. Maybe not. So, but they make these sneakers too, along with loafers, along with slippers, along with regular Oxford shoes. They make. Let's see. I'm trying to think. There's like 10 different models right now, and like I said, they come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. The leathers are, interesting. They're not Truman, they're not Grantstone, they're not coming out with a whole bunch of different stuff. You can't get ostrich leather there. But they have nice looking boots for a reasonable price. You can walk out of there order out of there without paying over $300 and if you get a discount, you know, you could save $60 on your boots. So yeah, I'm actually really happy that this video only went 10 minutes. I thought I was going to ramble about some stuff, but this was actually really easy because everything about them is pretty good. Scale of 1 to 10, comfort-wise, right out of the box, they're a 7. After about 3 weeks, they're about an 8.5 or 9 because they mold your feet. And I haven't gotten any bad ones, so I can't criticize their quality control or anything. So yeah, there we go. Under 11 minutes. I'm going in the right direction. I'm trending down. Y'all have a good night. I hope I was helpful. If I wasn't, leave a comment in the thing underneath telling me what a dipshit I am. Appreciate it.